Hello, and welcome to our insightful journey into the world of money and finance. Have you ever pondered over the countless sayings about money that you've heard over the years? Ever doubted if they hold any truth, or are they just myths woven into our societal fabric? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to bust open 11 common money myths that, if left unchallenged, could be a huge roadblock on your path to financial success. So buckle up, and let's dive into the fascinating world of finance, one myth at a time. Ever heard the saying, money can't buy happiness? Let's unpack this common misconception. Many people believe that wealth and joy are mutually exclusive, but let's consider this. Money can drastically improve the quality of life. For instance, it can provide access to better healthcare, education, and leisure activities. It can also alleviate many financial worries that come with living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine not having to stress about your next meal, or whether you can afford to fix your car if it breaks down. These are real-life burdens that a significant portion of the population faces daily. According to a study by the University of California, stress related to finances can lead to various health complications, including depression and heart disease. So while money might not directly buy happiness, it certainly can contribute to a happier and less stressful life. Misconception number 2: you shouldn't discuss money. Let's debunk this myth. Contrary to what many may believe, having open conversations about money can lead to better financial decisions and increased financial literacy. Imagine this: you're out for dinner with friends and the bill arrives. Instead of the usual awkward silence, you all openly discuss splitting the cost. No confusion, no resentment, just clear communication. Or consider a couple planning their future. Discussing their individual financial situations, their combined income, and future financial goals can create a strong foundation for their relationship and future endeavors. It's about transparency and informed decision-making. Money is a tool, and the more we know about how to use it, the better we can navigate our financial journeys. So, the next time you shy away from talking about money, remember, knowledge is power. Therefore, it's not taboo to discuss money. In fact, it's quite beneficial. Third misconception on the list: retirement is only for the elderly. Let's debunk this myth. It's tempting to think that retirement planning is a distant concern, something to be tackled in your golden years. But the reality is, the earlier you start, the better. Consider this: if you start saving for retirement at 25 rather than 40, assuming an average annual return of 7%, you'd have nearly twice as much saved by the time you're 65. That's the power of compound interest. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed and size as it goes. Plus, early planning gives you more time to recover from any financial setbacks. It's not about rushing to retire, it's about providing for your future self. So, starting retirement planning early can lead to a more comfortable and secure future. Misconception number 4: living frugally is the only way to save. Let's dispel this myth. Many people believe that in order to save money, they must live a life of extreme thrift, cutting out all extras and pleasures. But this isn't necessarily the case. It's all about balance. Let's say, for example, you love your morning coffee from the local cafe. Completely cutting this out might save you a few dollars each day, but at what cost to your happiness and motivation? Instead, try finding other areas where you can reduce spending without sacrificing your daily joys. Perhaps switching to a cheaper phone plan, or cooking at home more often. It's about making smart choices that allow for both saving and enjoyment. Remember, it's not about depriving yourself, it's about making conscious decisions to ensure your money works for you. So, while frugality can help, it's not the only way to save money. Fifth misconception: investing in single stocks is the best strategy. Let's debunk this myth. Picture this: you're putting all your eggs in one basket, right? But what happens if that basket falls? Your investment can crash. On the other hand, diversification, or spreading your investments across a variety of stocks, can reduce that risk. It's like using multiple baskets. If one falls, the others can still hold up. Therefore, diversifying your investments can be a safer and more effective strategy. Before we continue, if you're finding this content informative, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are sincerely grateful for your support, as it fuels our dedication to bring you the best financial content that traditional media often overlooks. We also welcome any video suggestions you might have. Drop them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Your support allows us to bring you the best financial content. Now, let's get back to debunking misconceptions. Misconception number 7: higher education always leads to higher income. Let's dispel this myth. It's widely believed that more education equals more money, but that's not always the case. In fact, a study from Georgetown University's Center on Education and the Workforce found that there are over 30 million jobs in the United States that pay an average of $55,000 a year and don't require a bachelor's degree. Jobs in fields like healthcare, construction, and transportation, for example. On the other hand, a person with a degree in arts or humanities might struggle to find a job that pays as well. So it's not just about the level of education, it's also about the field of study. Moreover, student loan debt can significantly cut into the higher earnings that come with a degree. So while education is important, it doesn't guarantee a higher income. Eighth misconception: financial success is immediate. Let's debunk this myth. Picture this. You've just planted a seed in your garden. You water it, tend to it, but do you expect a full-grown tree the next day? Of course not. Just like this seed, your financial growth needs time to germinate, to develop roots, and to eventually bear fruit. It's a process that requires patience, consistent effort, and a sprinkle of optimism. Let's take the example of investing. You can't expect your first stock investment to transform you into a millionaire overnight. It's a game of patience. It's watching the market trends, making informed decisions, and waiting for the right moment. The same rule applies to saving. You save bit by bit, and over time you'll have a substantial amount tucked away. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Therefore, financial success often requires patience and consistent effort. Ninth misconception on the list: emergency funds are unnecessary. Let's dispel this myth. Imagine you're cruising through life, everything's going smoothly. Then suddenly, bam, your car breaks down or your roof starts leaking. These unexpected expenses can put a dent in your finances if you're not prepared. This is where an emergency fund comes into play. It's not an extravagant luxury, it's a safety net. It's that stash of cash set aside to cover life's unpredictable events. Without it, you might find yourself in debt or having to make tough financial decisions. Consider Jane, who had saved up 3 months' worth of expenses. When she lost her job unexpectedly, she was able to stay afloat while she found a new one. Or think about Jack, who had to deal with a sudden medical expense, but thanks to his emergency fund, he didn't have to go into debt. So having an emergency fund is not only necessary but crucial for financial stability. 10th misconception: you must own a home to be successful. Let's debunk this myth. Success is a relative term and it means different things to different people. For some, it might mean owning a luxury car or traveling the world, while for others it could be about financial stability or even leading a simple, peaceful life. Owning a home is indeed a significant accomplishment and a dream for many, but it isn't the ultimate yardstick for success. Think about it. There are successful people who prefer renting over buying a house due to their mobile lifestyle, or those who have invested their money in businesses or other financial avenues rather than in real estate. The point is, success isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It completely depends on your personal goals, values, and circumstances. Therefore, owning a home is not the only measure of success. Final misconception: there's a one-size-fits-all financial plan. Let's dispel this myth. Imagine you're shopping for a new shirt, but there's only one size available. Chances are it's not going to fit everyone perfectly. The same principle applies to financial planning. Everyone has different financial goals and circumstances. For instance, a recent graduate might prioritize paying off student loans, while a mid-career professional might focus on saving for their child's education. These differing objectives require different strategies. It's crucial to tailor a financial plan to your specific needs, goals, and financial situation. It's like having a suit or dress custom-made for you. It fits your measurements, not anyone else's. It takes into account your income, expenses, debts, and future plans. So remember, your financial plan should be as unique as you are.